Hello, and welcome to another day and another challenge of from TryHack Me's Advent of Cyber. And in this challenge, we're on day 12. I know I am behind. In this challenge, sharing without caring. And we're still in the networking series. So, first, let me start the machine so we can get our IP address. Now, let's see what we need to know before we start our challenge. Grinch Enterprises has been leaving traces of how their hackers have been accessing data from the system. You found a unique server they use. We need your help to find out what method they've been using to extract any data. We have noticed that the machine IP, which will be shown in approximately 35 seconds, is generating unusual traffic. We highly suspect that Grinch Enterprises are using it to access our data. We will use Nmap to discover the services are running on their server. So we need to wait till we get our IP and then we can answer the questions. Okay, so we have our IP. The IP is 10.10.76.21. So it says first question, scan the target server with the IP 10.10.76.21. Remember that Microsoft Windows hosts block pings by default, so we need to add the dash uppercase p lowercase n case matters in Nmap, for example, for the scan to work correctly. How many TCP ports are open? I want to close this and let me open a new tab, and I'm going to copy and add the dash pn because remember, Microsoft Windows blocks ping by default, so we need to wait for this scan to complete. We have 7 ports that are open, TCP ports, and we can tell they're TCP because they have TCP at the end. So 7. Great. Next question. Network File System (NFS) is a protocol that allows the ability to transfer files between different computers and is available on many systems, including Microsoft Windows and Linux. Consequently, Network File System makes it easy to share files between various operating systems. In the scan results you received earlier, you should be able to spot NFS or Mount D, depending on whether you use the SV, which is the services parameter option with Nmap, or not. Which port is detected by Nmap as NFS or using the Mount D service? So going back and looking, I will say, and I didn't do it, but I've used this before, and I'm going to say I believe it's 111. Let me try 111. Oh no, wrong. So the answer is 4 digits. So 2049. Ah, it was right there, NFS. Make sure you read. So 2049. Great. Now that we have discovered an NFS service is listening, let's check what files are being shared. We can do this using the command showmount. In the terminal below, we run showmount-e with our IP address. The E or exports show the NFS server's export list. So let's see if I actually have this installed. So I'm going to say show mount Okay, so I do not have this installed. So what I'm going to do now is I am actually going to use the attack box because I don't have show mount on Kali, and instead of installing it, I'm just gonna use the attack box. But I might show how you will install it if you are not using the attack box and you are using Kali. But let me just answer the questions first, and then I might show that at the end. Okay, so it looks like the answer is given to us, and that so from the answer here, it looks like there are two. Oh, that's wrong. So let's wait. So I was using the example here because I saw that, and yeah. So let's wait. Okay. Okay. And open a terminal. Say show mount dash E for export 10 10 76 21. Oh, didn't spell it correctly. Make sure you spell it correctly. Okay, so we have four. And how many shares show everyone? Three. Share, admin files, and confidential. Let's try to mount the shares we have discovered. We can create a directory on the attack box using make directory temp1, where temp1 is the directory's name. Then we can use this directory we created to mount the public network file system share using mount, the RIP address, and the my notes temp1. So we can see that the mounting has failed. My notes is not public. You see, because it has access to no one, and requires specific authentication mechanisms that we do not have access to. Let's try again with the other folder. Share. And again, this example because it's everyone. We didn't get an error message, so it was successful. It was a success. Let's go inside the share to see what's inside it using cd, which is change directory, into temp1, which is the directory we created, then ls to list. There are two text files. We can open the file using any text editor such as nano file name or something quicker such as less. Okay, so let's do that. So we're going to say um, make directory. I'm just going to say temp1. and then mount 10, 10, 21. And I'm going to say, let's try share and then temp1. Okay. And then, so we have essentially copied everything from this share folder into our newly created temp1 folder. So I'm going to go into change the directory into our temp1, because as you see, that was successful because we have temp1 at the end. I'm going to list, and we have two folders, and I'm going to say less 2680, and then you can tab to complete. And what is the title? Meditations. It seems that Grinch Enterprises has forgotten their SSH keys on our system. One of the shares contains a private key used for SSH authentication. What is the name of the share? So I'm going to quit. And if I had to guess, I would say confidential. So let's see. If I say, so I'm going to CD, so change directory, in the two periods means go to the directory above our current one, and then I'm going to say mount 10, 10, 76, 21, confidential, temp1. Okay, so now if I go back to temp1 and do a ls, okay, so let me make directory temp2. And I'm going to say mount 10, 10, 76, 21, confidential, temp2. And then cd temp2. Okay, so it looks like it when you create a once you already create a folder and you copy the files, it's read only and you can't overwrite it. So that's good to know. Now, let's go to, we're trying to do the MD5 of the ID RSA. So we see we have a SSH folder. So let's go there. And let's say MD5 sum and then ID RSA. And we're going to copy this, paste, and yep, and that's it. So in this challenge, we learned about network file system and how we can essentially transfer files over from one file system to another. The original file system was, it seems like Microsoft Word, and then our attack box is Linux. So we were able, well, no, it seems like this is Linux too, excuse me. But anyway, we were able to do one file system to another and look at the files and review it and things of that nature. Now, I want to point out that these two folders would not be for everyone, right? So admin and confidential will most likely have a label of no one. They will not be accessible for everyone. So I just want to point that out. And I hope. Oh, now on my machine, it's the show mount didn't work. So um, if you are using the attack box, you can stop the video now. We're done with the video and we're done with the challenge. But if you are using Kali and you want to use the show mount um, on your Kali machine, let's work on that. So let's say show mount. Uh, Okay, so this is the command we need to install, and sudo is we need to make sure we're root. So it's sudo apps install nfs common, and then I'm going to enter my password, and let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. So I could have used I could have used my machine. I just did not specify the IP address. Wow. Okay, so totally disregard what I had said. Okay. Well, I just gave you a little extra if you needed to install NFS on your machine. It's the NFS common, but yeah, I could have used show mount on my machine. I had it here, but I didn't specify the IP address. So again, I have learned quite a bit in this video. I hope you have as well. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.